The African savannah, a vast expanse of golden grasslands and scattered acacia trees, is a living tapestry woven from countless threads of life and death. Here the land itself breathes with the pulse of ancient rhythms, shaped by the relentless sun, the seasonal rains and the ceaseless movement of animals across the plains. Each dawn brings a new act in the ongoing drama, as herds of wildebeest, zebra and antelope emerge from the shadows, their hooves stirring the dust in a synchronized ballet of survival. The air is alive with the calls of birds, the distant trumpeting of elephants, and the low rumble of predators on the prowl. The rising sun paints the savannah in hues of gold and amber, illuminating the intricate web of life below. Acacia trees, with their umbrella-shaped canopies, provide shelter and food for giraffes, while their thorns deter all but the most determined browsers. Beneath this tranquil surface, every moment is charged with tension. Antelope graze with one eye on the grass and the other scanning for the faintest flicker of movement, a predator concealed in the swaying sea of grass. From the industrious dung beetle rolling its prize across the earth to the towering elephants that shape the landscape by uprooting trees and digging for water, every species plays a vital role in this complex ecosystem. Predators, like lions and cheetahs, are the architects of fear and balance. Their presence forces prey to remain vigilant, shaping migration routes and feeding patterns, and ensuring that only the strongest and most adaptable survive. The savannah is a mosaic of interactions. Zebras graze alongside wildebeest, their differing diets allowing them to coexist, while oxpeckers perch on buffalo, feeding on parasites and alerting their hosts to danger. Lions, with their social prides, coordinate hunts and defend territories, while solitary leopards use stealth and patience, often dragging their kills into trees to avoid scavengers. Every muscle, every whisker, every glint in a predator's eye is a testament to generations of adaptation, keen senses, silent movement and explosive power, all honed for the singular purpose of survival. The presence of predators maintains the health of the ecosystem, culling the weak and sick and preventing overgrazing that would strip the land bare and disrupt the delicate balance of plant and animal life. Prey animals, too, are marvels of evolution. Gazelles rely on speed and agility, zigzagging through the grass to evade pursuit, while buffalo form formidable herds, their unity and strength deterring all but the most determined hunters. Camouflage, herd behavior, and alarm calls are just a few of the strategies that prey employ, each adaptation a response to the ever-present threat of predation. The chase is a spectacle of life and death, a test of endurance, cunning, and luck. For every successful hunt, there are many failed attempts, and for every predator that eats, another goes hungry. The environment itself is a powerful force, with weather patterns dictating the rhythm of life. The arrival of rains transforms the landscape, triggering migrations and bursts of new growth, while droughts bring hardship and fierce competition for dwindling resources. Rivers that once teemed with life shrink to muddy pools, and the promise of rain becomes a matter of life or death for countless creatures. As the dry season deepens, the land cracks and vegetation withers, forcing animals to embark on perilous journeys in search of water and grazing. Elephants, with their remarkable memory, lead herds across vast distances to hidden waterholes, while zebras and antelope risk encounters with predators at every turn. Every species must adapt to survive, some by changing their diets, others by altering their migration routes, and all by facing the ever-shifting challenges of a changing climate. The savannah's story is etched in the tracks that crisscross the dust, in the silent standoffs at shrinking waterholes, and in the fleeting moments when predator and prey lock eyes, each aware of the stakes. It is a saga of resilience and ingenuity, of animals that have evolved extraordinary adaptations, from the giraffe's long neck for browsing treetops to the crocodile's ambush tactics at river crossings. Across the Serengeti's endless plains and the labyrinthine channels of the Okavango Delta, life persists in astonishing diversity, each species a vital thread in the fabric of the savannah. To understand the intricate lives and struggles of these animals is to glimpse the profound interconnectedness of nature, a world where every action ripples outward, shaping the destiny of the grand stage of life and death on the African savannah. The African bush elephant stands as the undisputed monarch of the savannah, a living testament to the power of nature's design. With a presence that commands respect, these gentle giants are not only symbols of strength and intelligence, but also the architects of their environment. As the largest land animal on Earth, an adult male can weigh nearly 13,000 pounds and stand over 10 feet tall at the shoulder. Their immense size is matched only by their remarkable adaptability and social complexity. Their sheer bulk is their greatest defense, deterring even the most determined predators. When threatened, elephants display coordinated defensive behaviors, trumpeting, flaring their ears, and forming protective circles around their vulnerable young. Far from being passive grazers, elephants are vigilant guardians of their families and their ecosystem. Their social structure is matriarchal, with the oldest female leading the herd, her wisdom guiding them through the challenges of the wild. Their massive ears, spanning several feet, are marvels of natural engineering. By flapping them, elephants circulate blood through a network of vessels, releasing excess heat and keeping their bodies cool under the relentless African sun. They also use dust and mud baths to shield their sensitive skin from biting insects and ultraviolet rays. Elephants are true ecosystem engineers. Their feeding habits, uprooting trees, breaking branches, and stripping bark, reshape the landscape, creating open grasslands and clearings that benefit countless other species. During the harsh, dry seasons, elephants rely on their extraordinary sense of smell to detect underground water sources. Their trunks, with over 40,000 muscles, are sensitive enough to locate even the faintest traces of moisture beneath the parched earth. With powerful tusks and feet, elephants excavate deep wells in dry riverbeds, unearthing life-sustaining water. These wells become vital oases, supporting a multitude of species, from antelopes and zebras to birds and insects, during the most unforgiving months. By feeding on shrubs and small trees, elephants prevent bush encroachment, maintaining the delicate balance between woodland and grassland. This creates vital corridors and grazing areas for other herbivores, enhancing biodiversity across the savannah. Each day, an elephant consumes up to 350 pounds of vegetation. Their constant foraging shapes plant communities, influences tree density, and recycles nutrients back into the soil through their dung. The Okavango Delta in Botswana is a sanctuary for these magnificent animals, harboring the largest remaining elephant population in Africa. Here, their ecological influence is magnified by the seasonal floods and rich biodiversity. In this watery labyrinth, elephants act as hydrological engineers. Their movements carve new channels, disperse seeds, and create access routes for countless aquatic and terrestrial species. As they traverse the floodplains, elephants forge deep paths that help distribute water, prevent stagnation, and support the dynamic mosaic of habitats that define the delta. Their daily need for water is immense. Each elephant drinks between 26 and 52 gallons a day. This constant demand drives their movements and shapes the distribution of water holes across the landscape. Elephants are also master gardeners of the savannah. As they migrate, they disperse seeds over vast distances, their digestive system scarifying the seeds and enhancing germination. Their dung enriches the soil, supporting new plant growth and feeding a host of decomposers. Despite their power and resilience, elephants face mounting challenges. Prolonged droughts and shifting rainfall patterns, driven by climate change, make their search for food and water ever more perilous. These environmental pressures force elephants to undertake longer, more arduous migrations, testing the limits of their endurance and adaptability. The scars of poaching are still visible: broken tusks, orphaned calves, and disrupted herds. While conservation efforts have made significant progress, the threat of illegal ivory trade and habitat loss remains ever present. Protecting these intelligent, social, and ecologically vital animals is essential, not only for their survival, but for the health and balance of the entire African savannah. The fate of countless species, and the resilience of the ecosystem itself, rests on the continued presence of the gentle giant, the African elephant. The lion, with its thunderous roar and magnificent mane, stands as the regal hunter of the African plains, a living emblem of power, strategy, and survival. Across the vast, sun-drenched savannas, the lion's presence is unmistakable, its golden coat blending seamlessly with the tall grasses that ripple in the wind. In the heart of the Serengeti, prides of lions form tightly knit social units, each pride a complex tapestry of relationships and roles. The pride's strength lies not only in numbers, but in the intricate cooperation that defines their daily lives. A dominant male, his mane thick and imposing, may weigh up to 500 pounds. His mane is more than a symbol of status. It is a shield, protecting him during brutal clashes with rivals and a signal of his genetic fitness to the pride's females. Yet, it is the lionesses who are the true architects of the hunt. Smaller, leaner, and more agile than their male counterparts, they are the pride's primary providers. Their hunting strategies are a masterclass in coordination and patience. As dusk settles or dawn breaks, the lionesses fan out, moving silently through the grass. Their golden coats render them nearly invisible in the low light, allowing them to approach unsuspecting prey with remarkable stealth. The hunt begins with careful observation. Lionesses study herds of wildebeest, zebra, or buffalo, searching for the weak, the young, or the isolated. Communication is subtle, flicks of the tail, a glance, a low rumble, each signal orchestrating the pride's movements. Once a target is chosen, the lionesses spread out, flanking their prey. Some lie in wait, hidden by the grass, while others drive the herd toward the ambush. Timing is everything. When the moment is right, the lead lioness explodes from cover, triggering a coordinated rush. The chase is short and intense. Lions are not built for endurance, but for power and speed in brief bursts. Working together, they can bring down animals many times their own size, Cape buffalo with their formidable horns, or swift zebras whose kicks can be deadly. The environment itself shapes every hunt. During the dry season, prey animals gather near dwindling water sources, and lions must adapt, sometimes traveling great distances under the relentless sun. In the wet season, tall grasses offer more cover, but prey is scattered and harder to find. After a successful hunt, the pride's social order becomes clear. Dominant males feed first, their role as protectors granting them priority. Lionesses, who risk their lives in the hunt, eat next, followed by the cubs, who must learn to navigate the hierarchy from a young age. In the harshest regions, where water is scarce, lions have been observed drinking the blood of their prey to survive, an adaptation that speaks to their resilience in the face of adversity. Every meal is hard won, and every day brings new challenges. Injuries from prey or battles with rival lions are common, and the constant struggle for dominance ensures that only the strongest thrive. Even as apex predators, lions are not without threats. Competition with other carnivores, such as hyenas, is fierce. These rivals often attempt to steal kills, leading to dramatic confrontations that test the pride's unity and resolve. The African savannah is a land of extremes, scorching days, frigid nights, and unpredictable rains. It is within this ever-changing environment that the lion's legend endures, a testament to the power of cooperation, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of survival. The regal hunter of the plains is more than a symbol. It is a master of strategy, a guardian of its kin, and a vital force in the intricate web of life that defines the African wilderness. In the fading light of the savannah, a clan of spotted hyenas emerges, creatures often misrepresented as mere scavengers. Yet in truth they are among Africa's most intelligent, adaptable, and formidable predators. Their reputation belies a complex reality, one shaped by millions of years of evolution and a remarkable ability to thrive in some of the continent's harshest environments. The spotted hyena's lineage stretches back over 22 million years, making them one of the oldest and most enduring carnivores on the planet. Their ancestors once roamed vast prehistoric landscapes, adapting to shifting climates and changing prey. Far from the cowardly gigglers of myth, hyenas are highly social animals, living in large, intricate clans dominated by powerful females. Social bonds are reinforced through grooming, play, and a strict hierarchy, with even the youngest cubs learning their place through playful sparring and communal care. Clans can number up to 80 individuals, each with a unique role. The communal den serves as the heart of the clan, a place of safety for cubs and a hub for social interaction. Their social structure is among the most sophisticated in the animal kingdom, rivaling that of primates. Females are not only larger and more aggressive than males, but they also lead the clan in both hunting and territorial defense. Their dominance is reinforced through scent marking and assertive displays, ensuring the stability and cohesion of the group. Built for endurance and power, hyenas possess a unique physiology. Their sloping backs and robust forequarters allow them to traverse vast distances, navigate rugged terrain, and even swim across rivers in pursuit of prey or new territory. Unlike many predators that rely on short bursts of speed, hyenas excel at long-distance pursuits. They can maintain a steady, relentless pace for miles, using their acute sense of smell to track prey and their stamina to wear down even the most resilient animals. Their most formidable weapon is their bite. With jaws capable of exerting nearly double the pressure of a male lion, hyenas can crush the thickest bones, accessing nutritious marrow and consuming parts of a carcass that other predators leave behind. This bone-crushing ability is not just a feat of strength, it is an ecological service. By breaking down and consuming bones, hyenas recycle vital nutrients back into the ecosystem, preventing the spread of disease and ensuring that nothing goes to waste. As the ultimate recyclers of the savannah, hyenas play a crucial role in maintaining the health of their environment. Their efficiency ensures that every part of a kill is utilized, leaving little for scavenging birds or insects. While opportunistic scavengers, hyenas are also skilled hunters. They employ a range of tactics, from ambushes at waterholes to coordinated chases across open plains, adapting their strategies to the landscape and the behavior of their prey. The rivalry between lions and hyenas is legendary, a high-stakes contest for dominance and survival. These confrontations are not just about food, but about territory, hierarchy, and the balance of power within the ecosystem. Far from being simple thieves, hyenas are capable of bringing down large prey such as wildebeest and zebra. Their success depends on teamwork, communication, and the ability to read the movements of both prey and rivals. Yet, their triumphs often attract unwanted attention. Lions, drawn by the commotion, may attempt to steal a hard-won meal, leading to violent clashes that test the resolve and unity of the hyena clan. Scientific studies reveal that in a significant number of large hunts, these two apex predators will engage in direct conflict, each testing the limits of their strength and strategy. When united, a large clan of hyenas can sometimes drive away even a determined group of lions, demonstrating the power of collective action and fearless determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Intelligence and adaptability are the hyena's greatest assets. They use their keen senses and environmental awareness to outmaneuver both prey and competitors, constantly learning and innovating to survive. Communication is vital. Hyenas employ a rich repertoire of vocalizations, whoops, giggles, groans, and growls, to coordinate hunts, warn of danger, and reinforce social bonds. Their calls can travel for miles, echoing across the savannah as a testament to their presence. Masters of strategy, hyenas use their numbers and intelligence to isolate and overwhelm prey, or to challenge rivals for resources. Night or day, they adapt their tactics to the shifting rhythms of the savannah. As misunderstood as they may be, the spotted hyena is a keystone species, an essential force in the African ecosystem. Their presence shapes the landscape, controls prey populations, and recycles nutrients, embodying the power of social cooperation, adaptability, and raw physical strength. In the grand tapestry of the savannah, the hyena is not a villain, but a vital, dynamic powerhouse. Beyond the formidable presence of lions and hyenas, the African savannah is home to a trio of predators whose survival depends on extraordinary specialization. Each has evolved a unique set of adaptations, allowing them to thrive in a landscape where competition is fierce and the margin for error is razor-thin. The cheetah, a living embodiment of speed, is the fastest land animal on Earth. Every aspect of its anatomy is engineered for acceleration and agility. Its lightweight frame, deep chest, and elongated limbs act in concert to maximize stride length and efficiency. In a breathtaking display, the cheetah can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds, reaching peak speeds of up to 75 miles per hour. This explosive burst is unmatched in the animal kingdom. Its long, muscular tail acts as a rudder, providing balance and precision during high-speed chases. Semi-retractable claws offer exceptional grip, while enlarged nasal passages and lungs ensure rapid oxygen intake during the sprint. But this specialization comes at a price. The cheetah's sprint is a high-stakes gamble. After a chase, it is left physically depleted, its body temperature soaring, and it must rest before it can eat or defend its kill. Vulnerable and exposed, the cheetah often loses its hard-earned prey to more powerful competitors. Lions and hyenas, drawn by the commotion, can easily overpower the exhausted cat, forcing it to abandon its meal. In contrast, the leopard is a master of stealth and ambush. Its hunting strategy is built on patience and precision, relying on the element of surprise rather than speed. The leopard's adaptability is legendary. It thrives in a variety of environments, from dense forests and riverine thickets to rocky hills and open savanna, always solitary and alert. Its rosette-patterned coat is a marvel of camouflage, breaking up its outline and allowing it to melt into the dappled shadows. This enables the leopard to approach prey undetected, often within a few meters before launching a lightning-fast attack. The leopard's power is equally impressive. With strong, muscular limbs and flexible joints, it can scale trees with ease, leaping from branch to branch in pursuit of safety or vantage. After a successful hunt, the leopard often drags its prey high into the branches. This remarkable feat of strength keeps its meal safe from scavengers and allows the leopard to feed in peace high above the reach of rivals. The African wild dog, meanwhile, is the ultimate team player. With a lean, athletic build and long legs, it is built for endurance and cooperation. Wild dogs hunt in highly coordinated packs, using complex strategies and relentless pursuit to bring down prey. Their hunts are a display of collective intelligence, with each member playing a specific role. Unlike solitary hunters, wild dogs rely on stamina and teamwork. They can maintain a steady pace for miles, wearing down their quarry through sheer persistence and cooperation. Communication is constant. Through a series of yips, whines, and body signals, the pack coordinates its movements, flanking and herding prey with remarkable precision. Their endurance is legendary. Wild dogs can pursue antelope or other prey over vast distances, maintaining pressure until their target is too exhausted to escape. Social bonds within the pack are strong. After a hunt, food is shared among all members, with adults regurgitating meat for pups and even caring for the sick or injured, a rare level of cooperation among carnivores. Each of these predators has honed a distinct survival strategy. The cheetah's explosive speed, the leopard's stealth and strength, and the wild dog's teamwork and endurance represent three remarkable solutions to the challenges of the savannah. The cheetah's entire existence is a race against time. Its hunts are short, intense, and decisive, demanding perfect timing and execution. The leopard, ever patient, waits in silence, relying on its ability to vanish into the landscape and strike with lethal precision. The wild dog's strength lies in unity. Their synchronized movements and mutual support make them one of the most successful hunters in Africa. These predators rarely interact directly, but their lives are intertwined through competition for prey and territory. Each must constantly adapt to the presence of the others, shaping the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Their senses are finely tuned. Keen eyesight, acute hearing, and an instinctive awareness of their surroundings ensure their survival in a world where danger is ever present. Occasionally, their paths cross at waterholes or during the heat of the day, but each species maintains its own space, minimizing conflict through subtle signals and avoidance. The next generation learns by example. Cheetah cubs practice their sprints, leopard cubs master the art of climbing, and wild dog pups are taught the intricacies of pack life from their elders. Together, cheetahs, leopards, and wild dogs embody the diversity and resilience of Africa's predators, each a testament to the power of adaptation in the ever-changing savannah. Their continued survival is a vital part of the continent's rich tapestry of life. The African savannah is a living tapestry, woven not only by its predators, but by the immense presence of its most formidable prey. Among these giants, the Cape buffalo and the hippopotamus stand as titans, shaping the land, influencing the lives of countless other species, and commanding respect from all who share their domain. The African buffalo, or Cape buffalo, is a keystone species whose impact on the ecosystem is profound. Weighing up to 2,200 pounds, these muscular herbivores are built for both endurance and power, their sheer size deterring all but the most determined predators. Their most iconic feature, the massive, curved horns, merge at the base to form a solid shield of bone called a boss. This natural armor is not only a formidable defense, but also a weapon in battles for dominance and survival. The boss is nearly impenetrable, allowing buffalo to withstand attacks from lions and even fend off entire prides. In mock fights and real confrontations, these horns are wielded with astonishing force. When threatened, a buffalo will charge with explosive speed, capable of inflicting fatal injuries. Their reputation as the most dangerous animal to hunters in Africa is well earned. Yet the true strength of the buffalo lies in its social structure. Herds move as a unified force, communicating through subtle cues and body language. These herds can range from 50 to over 1,000 individuals, their numbers providing a living fortress against predators. When danger looms, the herd forms a defensive phalanx, with adults facing outward and calves shielded at the center, a living wall of muscle and horn. Dominant males take up positions on the periphery, ever vigilant, while the vulnerable are protected within. This strategy ensures the survival of the next generation. When a predator attacks, the herd may stampede as one, a thunderous charge that can scatter even the bravest lions. The ground trembles beneath their hooves, a display of collective might. Remarkably, buffalo have been observed returning to rescue captured herd members, risking their own lives to drive off predators. This altruistic behavior highlights their complex social bonds. In the waterways, the hippopotamus reigns supreme. Despite its rotund, almost comical appearance, the hippo is a force of nature, both feared and respected. Hippos possess immense jaws lined with tusk-like canines, capable of crushing bone and inflicting devastating wounds. Their aggression is legendary, and they are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large animal. By day, hippos remain submerged, their sensitive skin shielded from the sun by water and a natural secretion that acts as sunscreen. At night, they emerge to graze, consuming vast quantities of grass and shaping the landscape with their feeding habits. Territorial disputes between males are fierce and often violent, with battles that can last for hours. The dominant bull controls access to prime stretches of river, ensuring his genetic legacy. With a bite force of 1,800 psi and tusks reaching up to 20 inches, hippos can shatter canoes and even challenge crocodiles for dominance in the water. Hippos are ecosystem engineers, their daily movements carving deep channels through wetlands and riverbeds. These hippo highways facilitate water flow, especially during the dry season, sustaining countless aquatic species. In regions like the Okavango Delta, these channels become lifelines, distributing water across vast floodplains and supporting a rich diversity of life. Hippo waste is a vital source of nutrients, fertilizing the water and fueling the growth of algae and plankton. This, in turn, supports fish populations and sustains the entire aquatic food web. Both buffalo and hippo are architects of their environments. Their grazing, wallowing, and movement patterns shape the landscape, create habitats, and influence the distribution of other species. In the grand drama of the African wilderness, these powerful herbivores are not merely prey. They are ecosystem guardians, their presence essential to the health and balance of the savanna and waterways. Their strength, intelligence, and social complexity make them true giants of the natural world. The African savannah is a tapestry of life, woven together by the unique adaptations and ecological roles of its inhabitants. Among the most remarkable are the giraffe and the vulture, two species that, while rarely interacting directly, are both essential to the health and balance of this vast ecosystem. The giraffe, towering above the plains as the tallest land animal on Earth, is a specialist browser. Its extraordinary height, reaching up to 18 feet in adult males, allows it to access the tender leaves, flowers, and fruits of acacia and other trees, resources that are out of reach for every other herbivore on the savanna. This evolutionary advantage not only reduces competition for food, but also shapes the very structure of the savanna's woodlands. As giraffes selectively feed, they prune the upper branches, encouraging new growth and influencing the diversity of plant life. By browsing high above the grazing herds of zebras, wildebeest, and antelope, giraffes occupy a unique ecological niche. Their presence allows for a more efficient use of the available vegetation, supporting a greater diversity of herbivores within the same habitat. Yet this height comes with its own set of challenges. Giraffes must remain constantly vigilant, as their long legs and neck make them awkward and vulnerable, especially when drinking or resting. To drink, a giraffe must splay its legs and lower its head, a position that leaves it exposed to ambush by lions or crocodiles. This vulnerability has shaped their behavior. Giraffes often drink in turns, with others standing guard, and they rely on their keen eyesight and towering vantage point to spot danger from afar. Internally, giraffes are marvels of biological engineering. Their massive hearts, weighing up to 25 pounds, generate nearly double the blood pressure of a human's, ensuring that oxygen-rich blood reaches their brains even at such great heights. Specialized valves in their neck veins prevent blood from rushing to the head when they bend down, protecting them from fainting. As climate change intensifies, giraffes face new pressures. Prolonged droughts and shifting rainfall patterns are altering the distribution of their food sources, forcing them to travel greater distances across increasingly fragmented landscapes. In Zakuma National Park, Chad, GPS tracking reveals that critically endangered Kordofan giraffes now trek up to 30% farther during the dry season in search of sustenance. This increased movement exposes them to greater risks from predators and habitat loss, threatening the survival of these gentle giants. While giraffes shape the landscape from the ground up, vultures command the skies. These masterful flyers are the savanna's most efficient scavengers, soaring for hours on thermal currents, their sharp eyes scanning for the faintest sign of a carcass. Vultures are nature's cleanup crew, arriving swiftly at the scene of death. Their presence is vital, as they rapidly consume remains that would otherwise attract disease and pests, maintaining the health of the ecosystem. With wingspans reaching up to 9 feet, vultures ride the thermals, expending minimal energy as they patrol vast territories. Their eyesight is among the sharpest in the animal kingdom, capable of detecting a carcass from over 2 miles away. The African white-backed vulture, for example, is a sentinel of the skies, its keen vision and social behavior allowing it to quickly locate and signal others to a food source. Upon arrival, a strict social hierarchy unfolds. Larger, more dominant species feed first, tearing open tough hides and exposing the softer tissues for smaller vultures to access. Vultures possess highly acidic stomachs, capable of neutralizing deadly pathogens such as anthrax, rabies, and botulism. By consuming decaying flesh, they prevent the spread of disease to other wildlife and even to predators. Each vulture species has evolved to fill a specific role. Some, like the white-headed vulture, use their powerful beaks to open carcasses, while others are adapted to reach deep within for morsels left behind. The white-headed vulture, with its robust bill, is often the first to break through the tough exterior, paving the way for others. Ruppel's griffon vulture, renowned for its record-breaking flight altitudes, uses its elongated neck to reach deep into the cavities of large carcasses, extracting every last nutrient. Smaller species, such as the hooded vulture, arrive last, deftly picking at scraps and cleaning the bones, ensuring nothing is wasted. In a matter of hours, a carcass is reduced to bare bones, a testament to the efficiency and cooperation of these remarkable birds. Tragically, vultures are now among the most threatened groups of birds in Africa. Poisoning, habitat loss, and declining food availability have pushed many species to the brink of extinction, with devastating consequences for the entire ecosystem. The presence of giraffes and vultures is a sign of a healthy savanna. Each, in their own way, sustains the balance of life. Giraffes as gentle architects of the treetops, and vultures as vigilant guardians against disease. Together they remind us that every species, no matter how lofty or lowly, is vital to the intricate web of life on the African plains. The intricate web of life on the African savannah is a masterpiece of interdependence, woven from countless unseen connections that sustain this vibrant ecosystem. Every creature, from the towering giraffe to the tiniest insect, plays a role in a complex food web. Grazers like wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles feed on the savanna's grasses, shaping the landscape and providing food for predators and scavengers alike. Predators such as lions and cheetahs keep herbivore populations in check, ensuring that no single species overwhelms the delicate balance of the plains. Scavengers and decomposers, from vultures to dung beetles, recycle nutrients back into the soil, fueling the next cycle of growth and life. Symbiotic relationships flourish here. The acacia tree, for example, provides shelter and nectar for ants, which in turn defend the tree from hungry herbivores, a living alliance that benefits both partners. Oxpecker birds form another vital partnership, feeding on parasites that plague large mammals, while also acting as sentinels, alerting their hosts to approaching danger. Elephants, the architects of the savannah, dig for water in dry riverbeds, creating life-giving pools that sustain countless other species during the harshest seasons. Termites, though small, are mighty engineers. Their mounds aerate the soil and concentrate nutrients, creating fertile islands where grasses grow lush and green, attracting grazers and the predators that follow. Environmental factors such as seasonal rains trigger bursts of new life. Seeds dormant in the soil spring to life, providing fresh grazing and setting the stage for migrations that ripple across the plains. Even the rivers are part of this web. As herds cross swollen waters, they stir up nutrients, feeding fish and aquatic life, while crocodiles await their chance in the current. Pollinators and seed dispersers from bees to bats ensure the renewal of plant life, carrying pollen and seeds far and wide, maintaining the diversity and resilience of the ecosystem. These unseen connections, predation, symbiosis, nutrient cycling, and environmental rhythms bind the savanna together, creating a living tapestry where every thread is essential. The African savannah is not merely a stage for dramatic hunts and migrations, but a dynamic, interconnected system where the fate of each species is woven into the destiny of all. In this web of life, every connection, no matter how small, matters, and the health of the whole depends on the strength of each link. The unseen connections of the savannah are the foundation of its enduring beauty and resilience, a testament to the power of nature's intricate design. The epic story of Africa's wildlife is one of constant struggle, adaptation, and breathtaking resilience. Across the vast savannah, every sunrise marks a new chapter in the ongoing saga of survival, where predator and prey are bound together in a delicate, ever-shifting balance. From the mighty elephant shaping the land with each step, to the vulture cleansing the plains and preventing the spread of disease, every animal plays a critical role in maintaining the health and vitality of this ecosystem. Their interactions weave a tapestry of life that is both intricate and robust. Yet, this tapestry is under threat. The once lush grasslands are showing signs of strain, their edges fraying as the pressures of a changing world mount. Climate change brings unpredictable droughts and floods, shrinking waterholes and altering migration routes. Habitat loss fragments the land, isolating populations and disrupting ancient patterns. The balance that has endured for millennia is now at a tipping point, but hope is not lost. Across the continent, conservationists and scientists are pioneering innovative strategies to restore ecological harmony. They monitor animal movements with cutting-edge technology, replant native vegetation, and re-establish corridors that allow wildlife to roam freely and safely. In protected areas like Zakuma National Park, the results of these efforts are becoming clear. Once decimated landscapes are now teeming with life as herds return and predators reclaim their territories. The scars of the past remain, a stark reminder of the devastation wrought by poaching and exploitation, but these lands are healing, their wounds slowly closing as nature is given the chance to recover. Through relentless anti-poaching patrols and the use of satellite tracking, conservation teams are able to respond swiftly to threats, ensuring that vulnerable species are protected and populations can stabilize. Advanced monitoring systems, from GPS collars to aerial surveillance, provide real-time data on animal movements and potential dangers. This information is crucial for making informed decisions that benefit both wildlife and the broader ecosystem. As a result, elephants, giraffes, and countless other species are returning to their ancestral ranges. The savannah, once silent, now echoes with the sounds of life, evidence of nature's remarkable capacity for renewal when given the chance. The restoration of ecological balance is a testament to the resilience of these animals. Their ability to adapt, to find new ways to survive in a changing world, is nothing short of extraordinary. Predators and prey alike adjust their behaviors, shifting migration patterns, altering hunting strategies, and seeking out new sources of food and water. This adaptability is the key to their survival and to the future of the savannah itself. Responsible ecotourism, carefully managed and rooted in respect for the land, provides vital funding for conservation initiatives. It also fosters a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all life on the savannah. Education and outreach programs inspire a new generation of conservationists, equipping them with the knowledge and passion needed to safeguard these wild places for years to come. Every effort, from habitat restoration to species monitoring, contributes to a positive cycle, one where the health of the ecosystem is restored and the future of Africa's wildlife is secured. The fate of the lion, the elephant, the giraffe, and all the remarkable creatures of the savannah depends on our continued commitment to conservation and ecological stewardship. These animals cannot advocate for themselves. It is our responsibility to ensure their voices are heard through our actions and our resolve. By supporting science-based conservation, making informed choices, and championing the cause of wildlife protection, we become stewards of a legacy that stretches far beyond our own lifetimes. The ancient contest between predator and prey will continue, but with our help, it can unfold in a landscape where both can thrive, where the balance of nature is restored and preserved. The future of the African savannah will be forged not only by the resilience of its animals, but by the hope and action of those who dedicate themselves to its protection. By working together, harnessing our knowledge and compassion, we can ensure that the grand, awe-inspiring drama of the African savannah endures, its wild beauty and intricate balance preserved for generations yet to come. Beneath the towering silhouettes of elephants and the stealthy shadows of lions, an entire world thrives, largely unseen yet utterly indispensable. Here, in the grasses and soils of the African savannah, insects and small creatures play roles as vital as any apex predator or mighty herbivore. Termites, often overlooked, are among the savannah's most influential engineers. Their vast underground colonies aerate the soil, improve water infiltration, and recycle dead plant matter into nutrients that feed the plains above. The towering mounds they construct serve not only as fortresses, but as microhabitats, providing shelter for reptiles, birds, and even mammals escaping the midday heat. Ants, too, are tireless workers, dispersing seeds and controlling pest populations. Their complex societies maintain balance within the ecosystem, acting as both predators and prey. Dung beetles, rolling their precious cargo across the earth, perform a crucial service, recycling nutrients, fertilizing the soil, and reducing parasites that could threaten larger animals. Beneath the surface, earthworms and other invertebrates break down organic matter, transforming leaf litter and animal remains into rich, life-sustaining soil. Their constant activity ensures that the savannah remains fertile, supporting the grasses that feed immense herds and sustain the food web above. Tiny mammals, such as shrews and gerbils, weave through the undergrowth, consuming seeds and insects while providing food for raptors, snakes, and small carnivores. Their burrows aerate the land and create safe havens for a host of other species. Pollinators, bees, butterflies, and beetles flit from flower to flower, ensuring the reproduction of countless plant species. Their efforts maintain the diversity of grasses and shrubs that carpet the savannah, supporting everything from grazing antelope to browsing giraffes. Even the smallest spiders and mantises play their part, regulating insect populations and maintaining the fragile equilibrium that keeps the ecosystem in balance. Without these unsung architects, the grand stage of the savannah would falter. The soil would lose its vitality, plants would struggle to reproduce, and the intricate web of life above would slowly unravel. Every creature, no matter how small, is a vital thread in this tapestry, a testament to the interconnectedness that defines the African wilderness. In the grand narrative of survival, it is these humble laborers who ensure that life persists, thriving quietly in the shadows of giants and shaping the land in ways both subtle and profound. Their legacy endures in every blade of grass, every burst of new growth, and every life that depends on the richness of the earth beneath their feet. As the African savannah stretches beneath the ever-changing sky, it becomes a stage for one of nature's most dramatic cycles, the shifting seasons. Here, the rhythm of life is dictated not just by tooth and claw, but by the relentless pulse of rain and drought, a force that reshapes the destinies of predator and prey alike. The wet season arrives with thunder and promise. Torrents of rain revive the parched earth, transforming dusty plains into a lush green expanse. Rivers swell, watering holes brim, and grasses flourish in abundance. For grazers, zebra, wildebeest, and antelope, this is a time of plenty. Herds swell as new life emerges, calves and foals taking their first tentative steps into a world teeming with food and shelter. Yet this abundance does not go unnoticed. Predators, lions, hyenas, leopards, follow the herds, capitalizing on the inexperience of the young and the vulnerability of the old. The dense grasses offer cover for ambush, tipping the scales in favor of the hunter. Packs and prides coordinate their strategies, adapting to the shifting patterns of prey movement, while solitary hunters rely on patience and stealth. As the rains recede, the savanna undergoes a profound transformation. Pools evaporate, grass withers, and the once teeming landscape is etched with the marks of scarcity. Prey animals are forced to travel great distances in search of water, their movements becoming more predictable and their risks greater. Predators, too, must adapt. With less cover, hunts become more challenging and competition intensifies. Some turn to scavenging, while others expand their territories or shift to nocturnal activity, seeking any advantage in the struggle to survive. This seasonal ebb and flow is not merely a backdrop, but a driving force behind the intricate dance of predator and prey. Calving and birthing are timed to coincide with the rains, maximizing survival chances for the next generation. Predators synchronize their breeding cycles, ensuring that cubs and pups are born when food is most abundant. Even the smallest creatures are swept up in this cycle. Insect populations explode with the rains, providing a feast for birds and small mammals. As the land dries, some species burrow deep or enter dormancy, while others migrate in search of more hospitable conditions. Through each season, the balance remains precarious, tipped by the whims of weather, the fortunes of birth, and the relentless drive to survive. The savanna's predators and prey are bound together in this perpetual cycle, each shaping the other, each adapting to the rhythms of rain and drought. It is a story as old as the land itself, a testament to resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature's seasons. Across the vast expanse of the African savannah, water is more than a resource. It is the very heartbeat of life. Rivers, lakes, and ephemeral pools carve lifelines through the dry earth, dictating the fates of every creature that calls this land home. In times of abundance, these water sources become bustling hubs, drawing herds of elephants, antelope, and buffalo to drink, bathe, and socialize. The air hums with the calls of birds, the splash of hooves, and the quiet movements of countless species, converging in temporary harmony. But as the dry season tightens its grip, these lifelines shrink and vanish. Pools become muddy depressions, riverbeds crack and splinter, and the grasslands fade to brittle gold. For the animals of the savannah, survival becomes a test of endurance, strategy, and adaptation. Elephants, with their extraordinary memory, lead their families across vast distances to ancient waterholes remembered from generations past. They dig into dry riverbeds with their powerful trunks, unearthing hidden springs that offer relief not only to themselves, but to countless other thirsty creatures. Zebras and wildebeest embark on perilous migrations, following the promise of water across unforgiving terrain, while giraffes stretch their necks to browse on moisture-rich leaves high in the canopy. Predators, too, are shaped by the scarcity of water. Lions and leopards lie in wait near the few remaining pools, knowing that desperation will draw their prey into the open. Crocodiles, masters of patience, lurk motionless in shrinking rivers, ready to seize any animal that dares to drink. The competition for water intensifies, and the boundaries between hunter and hunted blur in the shared struggle for survival. For smaller creatures, ingenuity is often the key. Burrowing animals retreat underground, escaping the relentless heat and conserving precious moisture. Birds fly great distances in search of isolated puddles, while insects synchronize their life cycles with the rare arrival of rain, emerging in explosive numbers when conditions allow. Drought is an ever-present spectre, shaping not only individual lives, but entire populations. The weak may perish, but the survivors emerge stronger, their behaviors and bodies honed by adversity. Some species develop tolerance to dehydration, others adjust their feeding times to the cool of night, and many forge unlikely alliances at the dwindling water's edge. In the savannah, water is both a promise and a challenge, a force that binds the community of life in cycles of hope and hardship. Here, every drop is precious, every journey a gamble. The struggle for water is a silent architect, shaping destinies and driving the relentless evolution of survival strategies, ensuring that only the most resilient endure the savannah's endless dance of drought and renewal. As the blazing sun dips beneath the horizon and the last golden rays dissolve into twilight, the savannah is transformed. What was open and exposed by day becomes a labyrinth of shadows, where the rules of survival shift and new players emerge. The night belongs to the silent and the unseen, masters of stealth, patience, and adaptation. Hidden beneath the cloak of darkness, lions stir from their daytime rest. Their golden eyes, adapted for low light, scan the moonlit plains. In the cool air their roars carry farther, signaling territory and summoning pride members for the night's hunt. With powerful muscles coiled beneath tawny fur, they move as a coordinated unit, blending with the tall grasses to ambush unsuspecting prey. Elsewhere, the elusive leopard patrols its solitary domain. Agile and secretive, it slips between twisted acacia branches and along rocky outcrops, its dappled coat rendering it nearly invisible under starlight. Leopards rely on silence and surprise, stalking smaller antelope or scavenging from the remnants of other predators' kills. Once their prey is subdued, they drag it high into the branches, safe from competitors below. In the open, hyenas gather in cackling clans. Far from mere scavengers, these formidable hunters use the cover of darkness to organize complex pursuits. Their acute hearing and powerful jaws allow them to take down prey much larger than themselves, while their relentless energy ensures that little goes to waste. But the night is not only for the hunters. Nocturnal antelopes such as spring hares and bush babies emerge, their wide eyes glinting as they forage in relative safety. Small rodents scurry through the undergrowth, relying on quick reflexes and keen senses to evade prowling owls and genets. Insects too play their part. Moths drift between night-blooming flowers, while beetles and crickets fill the air with their rhythmic calls, creating a tapestry of sound that pulses beneath the silence. Bats wheel overhead, snatching insects on the wing, while snakes glide silently through the grass, their tongues flickering to read the scent of prey. Even the crocodile, motionless by day, becomes an active predator, slipping from the bank to patrol the darkened water's edge. Night on the savannah is a time of heightened senses and constant vigilance. The darkness is both shield and snare, offering safety to the cautious and opportunity to the bold. Here every movement is calculated, every sound analyzed. The nocturnal world is a delicate balance of risk and reward, where the smallest rustle can mean survival or sudden danger. As dawn approaches and the sky blushes with the promise of another day, the shadows retreat. The nocturnal actors fade back into obscurity, their secrets hidden once more until darkness falls again. The cycle continues, an unending drama played out beneath the stars, where the night is alive with stories of pursuit, escape, and the enduring will to survive. Beneath the vast skies and amidst the drama of predator and prey, the savannah's true foundation lies in its living tapestry of grasses, shrubs, and scattered trees. Vegetation is not merely a backdrop, it is the architect of the ecosystem, shaping every life and rhythm on these plains. The heart of the savannah is its resilient grasslands. Dominated by species such as red oatgrass and stargrass, these plants are perfectly adapted to withstand both drought and grazing. Their roots plunge deep into the earth, anchoring the soil and storing vital water and nutrients. When herds of wildebeest, zebra, and antelope pass through, their hooves break the ground's crust, aerating the soil and stimulating new growth. This endless cycle of grazing and regrowth maintains the savanna's open character, preventing the encroachment of dense forest. Isolated trees and thickets like the iconic acacia and baobab punctuate the landscape. These trees offer more than shade. They serve as vital reservoirs of moisture and food. The acacia's leaves and pods sustain giraffes and elephants during the dry season, while their sprawling branches create safe havens for weaver birds and other arboreal life. Baobabs, with their swollen trunks, store thousands of liters of water, becoming lifelines during times of scarcity. Vegetation patterns are shaped by more than just animal activity. Fire, both natural and set deliberately by indigenous communities, sweeps across the savanna in regular cycles. These fires clear old growth, return nutrients to the soil, and prompt the rapid sprouting of fresh, nutritious shoots. Without fire, the savanna would gradually transform into woodland, altering the entire web of life. Even the smallest plants play a crucial role. Low-lying herbs and wildflowers burst into bloom after seasonal rains, drawing pollinators and enriching the diet of grazing animals. Creeping legumes fix nitrogen in the soil, enhancing fertility for the grasses that follow. The distribution of vegetation is also shaped by subtle gradients in soil, water, and elevation. In wetter depressions, lush grass attracts dense herds and their attendant predators. On rocky outcrops and termite mounds, unique plant communities flourish, offering specialized niches for insects and reptiles. Every pattern of green on the savanna is a living record of adaptation, interaction, and resilience. From the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, vegetation drives the cycles of birth, migration, and survival. It is the silent force that sustains the savanna's spectacular diversity, weaving together the fates of all who call these wild plains home.